This is a tribute to the love my grandparents continue to give to one another and share with those around them. Around 1910, my grandfather's parents shaped the family's future when they immigrated from Ireland to Ellis Island. They somehow made their way to Pittsburgh, and once settled, my great-grandfather worked as a guard for H.J. Heinz, and I've been told that my great-grandmother's heavy Irish accent was indecipherable. Other than those details, there's not much I know about my paternal grandparents. As my dad says, they didn't really talk much about those things back then. My great-grandfather passed away when my grandpa was still in high school, which left him to sacrifice his diploma and start work to help provide for his mom and brothers. My grandmother's roots trace back to France, but her parents were born in the United States. My grandmother grew up in the very same house my brothers and I were raised in. My dad recalls many childhood memories that took place on Louise Road, and I can say the same. Taking a few steps back, it was really the right place, the right time, when my grandparents ran into one another. My grandfather was parked with his buddy on their motorcycles at a gas station on the north side when my grandmother and her friend passed by in her dad's convertible. The Wild One, a biker movie starring Marlon Brando, was popular at the time. My grandmother shouted, "Hey Marlon," as they passed, and my grandfather's friend said, "Let's go chase those girls." If you asked him, this was probably one of the best decisions he made, because 2 months later they were engaged, and 11 months after that, they married in 1956. While raising a family, my grandfather worked in a print shop, and my grandmother took care of business at home. Together, they've had 5 children and 7 grandchildren. Growing up, I can recall Saturday trips to Lake Erie, summers spent running through the sprinkler in their backyard, the promise of $1 to my brothers and I for each goal we scored in our soccer games, and the trips to Giant Eagle, where they would take my twin and I off my mom's hands just for an hour and sneak us pieces of cheese from the deli. My grandparents have encouraged my music taste, graciously allowing me to borrow their prized Bob Seger albums. Every time I see my grandparents, I know a handful of Lifesaver mints await me. I can't even think of when this tradition began, and between you and me, I'm not even that big on them. Although I've never had a reason to tell my grandfather that. It's all about the idea behind it. It's a simple gesture that he has never ceased to forget about over the years. Together, they are each other's foil. They balance out their tough, not taking no for an answer side with their everlasting love and encouragement. This year, my grandparents celebrate 64 years of marriage. Each anniversary, they dig out their wedding albums and look through every single photo, and they still cut their cakes with their original wedding knife. They are rarely ever apart, still hold hands everywhere they go, spend time each week walking Riverview Park, and it's a must that they order the same exact meal when they are out to eat. When they are asked what their secret is, they never hesitate to credit their faith.
You gotta be kidding. 1, 2.